What's going on, everybody? Ghost Recon 2 here, and welcome to a special history lesson. Today we're going to be learning about R3C. Today is June 22nd, 2013, which marks the 4-year anniversary that this clan formed. And it's really awesome to think that this clan's been around for 4 years. And I just want to kind of reminisce and divulge into some history of this clan. Everything that it's been through, how it formed, a few different eras, how the other divisions start, because there may be a lot of people out there, current members, current viewers, that don't know a lot about us and our past. But that's because there aren't a lot of people around from it. There's only 3 people, including myself, that are still around from day 1, including Ghost Recon 9 and Ghost Recon 7. And, yeah, there aren't a lot of people that know about our past, and considering that this is the 4-year anniversary, why not make this video now and kind of just talk about it? Because there's a lot of cool memories I have, and a lot of cool details I'd like to share about this clan. And, I know you guys might be expecting more of a special video to honor this celebration, this date, but, consider this the start of the anniversary week, because eventually there will be a podcast going up eventually talking about it. We still haven't recorded it, but that'll go up as soon as possible during this week, and maybe a few other special videos that we can think of will go up. But just consider this the start of the anniversary week. So let me just dive right into the history then. So, like I said, the clan started on June 22nd, 2009, which is 4 years ago from today. And let's talk about the idea based around why we formed. Me and who was formerly known as Ghost Recon 1, we were playing in a server. We had been playing for about a month. We had become good friends, played together about every night. And we had this one night where we were just playing against all these people that had the same name, but they had different endings. They were a bunch of clans. They were like Precision clans and the Raw clan, and we were just playing against them. And we got the idea that we wanted to do the same thing, but we didn't want to do it the way that the other clans were doing it, because we did a little bit of research on the clans that we had played against, and the way they recruited it was all based on stats, and we didn't like that. We just wanted to have fun. So we started forming ideas for a clan that would be based around having fun, and make it so that when anybody ever got on in the clan, they would have somebody to play with around the clock on Battlefield Bad Company 1. So we started to talk about it, and he came up with the name, which I will probably put on the screen right now. That was the original name that we were going to form, but the PSN does not allow those little arrow things, so we came up with the face symbol in between, the iconic face symbol. And yeah, so he came up with the name and everything, and it was awesome. A lot of people may think I'm the founder, considering that I've been here around the longest, but he was actually the first one. That's why he was Ghost Recon 1. And but I've kind of taken it to a whole new level, which is just amazing when I think back. I never thought it would go this far. So with the formation of the clan, started our Battlefield Bad Company 1 era, and on day 1 we had, I believe, 10 members. We had Ghost Recon 1, Ghost Recon 2, we had a Ghost Recon 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Ghost Recon 7 is still around today, we had 8, 9, and we had a Ghost Recon ZG. And yes, so a day 1 starting off with 9 people isn't bad at all, and it only grew from there. And the Bad Company 1 era featured members, awesome members like Ghost Recon 13, Ghost Recon 187, Ghost Recon CMF, who's my uncle. Hello, uncle. We had Ghost Recon... God, I'm drawing a blank. I said 13, 187, CMF, Ghost Recon VP, Ghost Recon XMA, Ghost Recon 23, all these awesome people that just came aboard and just really made this clan into something special. Ghost Recon 9, I want to talk about real quick, because he's the greatest. I honestly think if I could rank members that we've ever had in order, he would be number one. And simply because he's just been here. He's always been the most active on the games. He plays with every new member, every old member, anybody they can think of. He's always had the most fun. He loves to play the game. He loves to play with people. He's just the greatest person you can ever play with. He doesn't take the game too seriously, and he just loves. And when we win, he's just even better. He's one of the most down-to-earth people that you can play with, and if I would love to meet him one day. I think I said that in the 3-year anniversary video a year ago, but I honestly would love to meet him. So 9, when you watch this, let's make something happen, okay? I want to meet you. Yeah, that's me talking about 9. And Ghost Recon 7's still around, and he is the second person, or the third person that's been around since day 1. And 7's awesome. He started out really young, and he's grown up. He's really funny, and he was always around on Bad Company 1, Bad Company 2. He had a small lapse during Battlefield 3, or was it Bad Company 2 to Battlefield 3? He had a small lapse of time where he wasn't here for a while, but then he came back, and he's here every day now, always active in the Skype chat, always playing Battlefield 3, and 7's just awesome. Awesome member. Bad Company 1. I don't really want to reminisce in the memories of like certain events. There weren't really any events that have ever happened. The Bad Company 1 era, we just kind of had a few run-in with other clans, namely the Barbie clan and the Raw clan. We didn't get along too much. Those are kind of the only events I can really think of. So I'm just really kind of talking about the members. We had 187 VP. Those guys were awesome. They're not around anymore, unfortunately. And then we had CMF, who's my uncle, who's still around. He plays Battlefield 3. He's really awesome to play with. He's the one that got me into first-person shooters. And without him, we probably would have never formed ever, because I wouldn't be playing first-person shooters. And then there was 13. And 13 was awesome. He was the first person that got us... He started our YouTube channel, and he gave us our first website. And for anybody that remembers our old website, that website was sick. It was really awesome. It had so many different modules, had a list of all the members, and it was just crazy. But 13 was awesome. He hasn't been around in a while. He probably got bored of Battlefield 3 like everybody else, but he's not around. Ghost Recon 23, he was the second member to go to the Xbox, and that leads to Ghost Recon XM8, who started the Xbox division in November of 2009, and I'll get to that in a little bit. Still kind of talking about the Bad Company 1 era, but that's all together. The Xbox started before the Bad Company 2 era, so XM8 was cool. He's not around anymore because he doesn't like Battlefield 3 at all. He didn't really like Bad Company 2 either, but he still got on to play with us. He was a really good player, Had a lot of fun with him, a lot of good memories. And what can I say about the Bad Company 1 division? It was really just a really good time for us. It was a good basis for us to build off of. Had a lot of success. By the time we got to Bad Company 2, we had about 100 members, all the way from Ghost Recon 1 to Ghost Recon 100, and it was amazing. We had 100 people in less than a year, that whether they were there or not, still, we had 100 people that had taken the Ghost Recon name, because that was the thing about Bad Company 1. We had to change our name because there weren't any clan tags in that game, so that's why Ghost Recon started that way. So, and then I guess I'll talk about the Xbox division a little bit. The Xbox division started in November 2009. Ghost Recon XM8 was the first one to start it because he had an Xbox and he had Bad Company 1 for the Xbox. But the Xbox division was very slow for about 6 months. I think maybe 3 to 4 months after Bad Company 2 came out is when the Xbox division really started to pick up. But for a while, we only had a few members that Ghost Recon XMA had found. Ghost Recon,
who is still around. He is now on the PlayStation. But DJ was just awesome. Really awesome player, really fun to play with, and he was on the website and everything. He was really active, even though that the Xbox division was doing poorly at the time, but DJ's awesome. Our first black guy, I think. And then, yeah, so Ghost Recon DJ is just awesome. So there's nothing really I can say about the Xbox division just yet because, like I said, it was really slow for about 6 to 7 months. It didn't really pick up until a few months after Bad Company 2 came out. So, let me just transition into Battlefield, Bad Company 2. At this point in the clan, we've only been around for 4 years, but Bad Company 2 so far has been our prime. That was where we were just hopping every single night. Like I said, it started primarily on the PlayStation. We had a lot of success on there. The Bad Company 2 division brought on members like Ghost Recon ICU, Frost, had a bunch of people. It was amazing. Yeah, the Bad Company 2 division brought on members like Ghost Recon ICU, and Frost, and Sports Dude, and Ghost Recon 555, and Hot Boy Loss, and frickin' the Xbox had a lot of influential members: East Infection, Solio, Jubai, Kill Static, Apocalypse, all those guys. Just awesome. Bad Company 2 division was definitely our greatest time. For the first 4 months, Xbox division was slow. I keep repeating that, but it was really slow. There's nothing I can say about the Xbox division for a while. Ghost Recon ICU. What can I say about him? Probably, if I wanted to go back to the ranking of members, he'd probably be second. I think right behind 9. Ghost Recon ICU. In a time, Bad Company 2, you did not have to change your name for our clan because it introduced clan tags, which is where we started the whole R3C concept. That's where we first saw R3C come into its own kind of 3-letter thing to represent the clan. But ICU changed his name, and he was our third multi-platform member. He had both the Xbox and the PlayStation, and he changed his name for both. He paid to change his name on the Xbox, which is awesome. Right there, you can see that loyalty that he had. And when he started on the Xbox, he really kind of took lead, and he was really bringing that division up for a while because I couldn't play on the Xbox just yet. I didn't have an Xbox. So that was kind of why the Xbox division was kind of poop, because there was nobody over there that really took charge. XM8 was primarily a PS3 player, and he didn't really like Bad Company 2 all that much. So the Xbox division really took a hit with leadership. So when ICU came on and kind of took that role over, it was amazing. He really became a good friend of mine. He hasn't been around lately. We've been trying to get him to come back on. He's been working a lot, but he's awesome. He's another person I'd really love to meet one day. So when you see this ICU, when you get this far into the video, because this is probably going to be a pretty long video. Sorry, this is like my own podcast. ICU, let's meet someday. Got to make that happen. Me, you, and 9. We can all meet at the same time, because I know you guys already met. But, yeah. So, that's ICU. And then we had another member, Frost. What can I say about Frost? Definitely top 5 member right there. Probably 3rd or 4th. Frost is just amazing. He started out as I don't want to say about nobody, but he started as a member with no mic. And the requirements have always been for the clan, you had to have a mic. And we made an exception for him. And with him, he brought his brother Brian, which Brian's so cute, just like Frost. And Frost really proved himself. When he finally got a mic, he was just really fun to play with. And the place that he's really proved himself, as you guys might be able to tell by the YouTube channel, is he did a lot of graphics for us. He did a lot of graphics for 13, helping out with the website. He did a lot of graphics for YouTube. He just did awesome recruitment banners. He did everything that you could ask for, and he did them well. And he was just that guy that we needed in the clan, because we didn't have a lot of people with that creative outlet that could get us those banners and stuff. So he was a huge addition.
that's why he's so influential, and he still love playing with him. He's still around, still making his music, still making his awesome graphics for my channel, for Underdog's channel, for R3C official, obviously. But Frost is just one of those guys. Awesome. And before I get into some of the Xbox members, let me kind of discuss the revival of the Xbox division, because I just kind of said that ICU took lead, but I didn't get my Xbox until December of 2010, which was almost a year after the division has started. So it was kind of slow up to that point. When ICU got there, it kind of picked up. And by the time I got there, it had a solid foundation. It had Solio, Easton, Jubai, ICU was over there. It had a few other people that were awesome, and it only picked up from there. When I got over there, kind of organized it a bit, did some heavier recruiting since I could be there and kind of watch over it. And it was just really a great time. After I got that Xbox, I really had the greatest memories of playing any game I've ever had. Every single night, it was a schedule where I would get home from school. I would play the Xbox for 2 hours and play with anybody that was on, get off, go on to the PlayStation, play for 2 hours in Bad Company 2. Had the greatest times ever. They were such awesome memories to have playing with all those guys, and it's just incredible. So with the Xbox division now at its pace, at its peak, I guess, not peak, now that it was growing rapidly, it has some members like Easton. Easton's just, he is the best Bad Company 2 player, best Battlefield 3 player. He's the best player I've ever played with. He is really incredible at the game. He knew a lot about it. He was really good. Taught me a lot. He was the reason I got better. And he just really kind of took charge anytime we were playing Battlefield. He was just that guy he knew what to do. He pulled us through, he pushed us, and Easton was just awesome. Then you had members like Solio and Jubai, who are awesome members. I love them. Solio's still around, Jubai's still around. Jubai, have so many memories playing with him. Used to always roll people in squads. And Solio with his tanking on Bad Company 2, one of the best tanks we had playing at that time. Just awesome members that only came through on the Bad Company 2 division. And Bad Company 2 is just truly at peak. There's nothing else you can say. The YouTube channel had started around the Bad Company 2 era. ICU was posting videos on there of clan adventures that he would film on both the Xbox and PS3, and we were just really a cohesive unit. Even for the people that didn't have both platforms, they were really connecting on the website, and you could really see it. And everybody was just glad to run R3C. It was amazing to see. I was glad I'm a part of it. Glad I could actually help start that stuff, start friendships. It was awesome. Getting kind of emotional. Let me take a drink real quick. Alright. So, let me talk quickly about the PC stuff. We first attempted to have a PC division during the Bad Company 2 era. It started out with this guy that we had recruited to be the leader. His name was Syndicate, and he changed his name to Ghost Recon Sin. And he was an extremely good player. Like, his stats were outrageously good. And we even had a PC server for Bad Company 2 at one time that 13 and 9 and Sin had paid for. And that's another reason why 9 and 13 were so awesome. They always pay for servers and shit. Excuse me for swearing. This shouldn't be a swearing video. This should be a very professional video. But you know what? I'm not a professional guy. But the PC division started out really slow. Bad Company 2 had about, I think it peaked at about 7 members, Bad Company 2, and then it just died. It just randomly died because Sin felt that the recruiting was really bad for PC at the time because we had gotten to that platform very late. So we had recruited a few people, but none of them have stuck around. They're still not around now. But that was our first attempt on a PC division. And then came Battlefield 3. And that's kind of where we picked up the PC division. Well, we tried again. It was mainly Solio and Easton who had headed the PC division, or they started it again in Battlefield 3 because Solio had switched to primary PC because he was done with Bad Company 2, done with the Xbox. So he got Xbox, or he got Battlefield 3 on the Xbox, on PC. Excuse me. He got Battlefield 3 on the PC, and he started the division and the platoon on Battlelog and all that. And I think there were like a few members, but he didn't really have many people to play with. And it really wasn't until Easton, he switched from Xbox to PC, that they kind of started to play a little bit together, but it really never got off the ground, because by the time that I got over to PC and Domino got over to PC and Frost got over to PC, they were bored with Battlefield, like a lot of us were. So there was really nothing we could do about the PC division, but I'll get more into the PC side later on when I talk about future stuff. But so let me just get into the Battlefield 3 era real quick. With the Battlefield 3 division came a huge rise in our YouTube channel. The YouTube channel started out with primarily just ICU. He was posting videos from Bad Company 2, Bad Company 2 moments and clan adventure stuff. And then he sent me his old HD PVR because his computer had broke, or I think it was his hard drive that had broke. So he sent me his HD PVR, and I would post a video every once in a while. I really didn't get into it until Battlefield 3 came out, where I was posting more consistently. And then I think it was, I want to say October, November of 2012. That's where the whole R3C official era came in, if you want to call that an era. R3C official is just really our YouTube channel. There's nothing else to say about it. That's where we post our videos, and it's cool. It's not very consistent because I'm always very busy with my own channel and stuff, but it's more of a hobby than anything. It's really not too important in our history, but that's where the whole R3C, that's where we really expanded on our R3C term. That's where R3C was brought to life. That's where we became known as R3C, more than just Ghost Recon. The Battlefield 3 era was a huge decline. Honestly, it was. We had a great success, Bad Company 1, huge success, Bad Company 2, and then Battlefield 3 just kind of flopped. It wasn't as fun of a game as Bad Company 2. We all got bored of it pretty quickly, and it was just saddened. We still had a good amount of people on the PlayStation and the Xbox. I was playing just about every night for almost a year. The game had been out for a year before I really got bored of it, and Battlefield 3 was just kind of a decline. The Battlefield 3 division brought on awesome members. They had members like HT, really became a really big part of the clan. Had Lucius and Purple from the Xbox and Ghost Recon Echo, and had Underdog, who came on, and Domino, who's been an awesome member so far. He really proved himself in Battlefield 3. These guys were kind of around in Bad Company 2, but I don't really think that they were full members really until Battlefield 3. That's when we all really kind of came together. They put the R3C Clan tag on, and that's where they took off as members. Underdog, with his dedication and loyalty, he's always playing, always on YouTube, and a lot of people give him some flack, but he's proved himself to me. He's one of my really good friends right now, and then HT had a lot to do with the YouTube, but Battlefield 3 really just wasn't his game. He really didn't like it at all. And Domino's just one of those guys who will not leave, no matter how much we hate him. I'm just joking. Domino's awesome. Everybody loves Domino. He really keeps up our status quo of having those minorities in the clan. As much as I joke, he's awesome. Love playing with him. He brings another aspect to the clan that we love. Really good editor on YouTube. Really fun to play with. He's really into gaming. He introduces me to a lot of cool games like War Thunder and stuff. And then Lucius and Purple, they were really they really kind of took over the Xbox division after Easton had left. I know they kind of had a small run-in together because they really didn't get along playstyle-wise. Lucius and Purple against Easton, I mean. But they really kind of took that division and ran with it. And then Echo was always there. He was awesome to play with. But there's really a lot of people in the there weren't really a lot of influential members in the Battlefield 3 era because that game really wasn't as fun, and we didn't recruit as hard because we were all very bored with the game very quickly, and it was just really sad, actually. And at the moment, we're kind of like a small, tight-knit group of friends. We don't play Battlefield as much because it's just boring. And there's really nothing else to say about the Battlefield 3 era. It's just the game was good. It wasn't as good as Bad Company 2 though. It was a decline, and it was just had a small number of members, and just really, I don't know, nothing much to say about it. I mean, don't get me wrong. All the times that I had we had a good year with Battlefield 3. It was probably like a good year before everybody got bored with it, and like I really just stopped playing the game a lot. I get on every once in a while, mostly because of work and stuff, but it took us a good year before Battlefield 3. We just kind of pooped. Battlefield 3 wasn't our thing anymore. So I guess I can kind of talk about what we're doing now and the future stuff. At the moment, I would consider us more of a gaming clan, not just a Battlefield clan, because we started off definitely as a Battlefield clan. We've always been primarily Battlefield, but now we're just kind of gaming. We all play awesome stuff. We play like The Last of Us, new games that come out. We play Arma 2, DayZ, Arma 3 is coming out. Always playing Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption and other games. We've just become friends. The people that are still around, we're all just in a Skype chat all the time, just talking about random shit. And we've just really kind of grown together. There are a few people that kind of disagree with each other, but we all have the same idea. We all consider ourselves R3C, and we all consider ourselves together. And in the future, I see us more getting into PC stuff. There's a lot of people that have gone out and gotten PCs, like Ghost Recon 5, and I know there's a few people that are talking about getting them. And Frost has one, Brian has one, Dom has one. There's a lot of people that have PCs now, and with Battlefield 4, which a lot of us are looking forward to, Battlefield 4 might be a good revival. You never know, because from what we've seen so far, we really like it. We like it more than we're excited for Battlefield 3, but we're even more excited for Battlefield 4. And I think Battlefield 4 could be that game that brings us back together. But in the future, we're definitely going to be playing more of a variety of games. We're not going to be strictly Battlefield anymore, and that's already kind of been there. Games like Arma 3 coming out, and then you got Payday, Grand Theft Auto 5, Battlefield 4, and with the new gen coming out, you got even more games that we can expand to. And it's just amazing that what we can do. We don't have to stay with one game. We can expand, and it's going to be a really good future. I think we can really do a lot. I think we're going to have a lot more friendships build, because especially this was the first year that we met at an event. That was the only reason that we went to PAX East 2013, was just so, I mean, I don't know about those guys, but that was the biggest reason I went to PAX East, because I wanted to meet Underdog and Dom, and it's really my goal to meet a lot of people from this clan eventually. And the future is bright. I think the future is very bright. I know I talked that Battlefield 3 was a huge decline, but the future is bright. We're all still here. Facebook, Twitter, Skype, we're all still talking. We all play when we find a game that we really love and enjoy. Minecraft is another one that we love to play. But we've really evolved into a gaming clan of friends. That's what we are now. I can definitely see us. We always add members when we feel that they've kind of built their when they fit in. We add members that we know fit in. So yeah, I don't really think there's anything else to talk about in terms of Arrow. I talked about a few members, but let me just give out some shout outs to some members who I love still. Give a shout out to Jimmy on the PlayStation, our brother from the motherland. Really fun guy to play with. Then we got Killzone, started Bad Company 2 Division. Always fun to play with. Haven't played with him a lot lately, but we can fix that. We got members like Killer and K9. Don't play with them a lot, but they are awesome. Love those guys. And then we got, we got members like 808, who started on the Xbox division in Bad Company 2, and he is now on the PlayStation and playing a lot of Last of Us lately, and he's awesome. The Hawaiian Pineapple, love him. Ghost Recon 5, I mentioned him briefly in the Bad Company 2 division, but he loved 5. He's one of my best friends, I think, in this entire clan. Then we got Hot Boy Loss. Hot Boy Loss, actually, his daughter was born on June 22nd, 2010, which is awesome. Those two things are connected. He loves the clan. I know he hasn't played in a while, but he's always on Facebook, keeping up with us. It's awesome. Got members now like Spinner, who's a huge PC guy. He was definitely a very good addition. Members like T-Cut, originally Wolf. I know T-Cut was kind of a weird thing with him. He was always big into Call of Duty, but he's always been around. He's always been R3C. It's awesome. Got members like Zeptos, who was Ghost Recon SJW, and he started in the Bad Company 1 division, and he was a late bloomer. He was always there to play, but he really didn't start becoming an awesome member until about, I mean, everybody's an awesome member, don't get me wrong, but we really started to play more in the Bad Company 2 era. But Battlefield 3, I don't see him lately, but he's still here. And then you got members like KZ, started in the Bad Company 2 division on PlayStation, and he's just one of those guys that's fun to play with whenever I get the chance to play with him. And so many members. It's just hard to talk about everybody. Mostly wanted to touch on the people that are still here, because there's not a lot of people that are still here. But I don't know if I can talk about anybody else. I've talked about Frost, Underdog 5, pretty much everybody. So if I missed anybody, I'm truly sorry. Truly sorry. Anybody that I've ever played with, I consider you all friends. This clan is a family to me. I love it. It's just something that I can't believe I can look back 4 years ago and say that I was a part of this from day one. And I really brought it to fame. Or not fame. We're not famous, but really brought it to be something that I'm proud of. We've had a lot of awesome moments, a lot of awesome members. I've met a lot of awesome friends, and it's just really amazing. There's no other words to describe it. What I've experienced with this clan the last 4 years is something that I hope that I will never forget. If it ever ends, which you never know, something could always happen. The internet could die, but if it ever ends, I will definitely remember it. I love everybody that's still here. I love everybody that was here before, and definitely look out for the future, because it's bright. But yeah, I think I've said all I can say. There's just been so much in these last 4 years that I can't remember everything. There's so many moments, so many memories of just, the biggest thing is just playing the game, having fun. That's what we're here for. That's why we started. If that's the message you get out of this video, that's the only message you should get out of this video for this clan. We're all friends. We all love to play games. We all have fun. That's what we're here for, and that's the most important piece. That's pretty much it. I don't really know what else to say. I love everybody. I love all you guys. Happy 4-year R3C anniversary. I hope you guys. You can't really enjoy the day. It's just one of those things. It's our birthday, but a lot of people don't remember back that far. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little history lesson. Looking at the timer right now, the video is going to be about like 35 minutes long, so sorry about that. But yeah, I will catch you guys in future videos, and don't forget to have fun with the game. Goodbye.